Hi everyone, welcome back to Women's Wednesday. Today we are at episode 4. If you guys don't know what this is, it's a podcast series that I have started where I talk to women entrepreneurs, Indian women entrepreneurs in the beauty and lifestyle industry, and we talk about their brands and how they started their business. Today I have someone very special here with me. Please introduce yourself.
I am Henaa. I am the lady behind Henaa Beauty on Instagram and the baby brand I own. And I also am behind International Makeup, which is a reselling platform wherein we get products from US and UK and ship it across to you, delivered at your doorstep. So, yeah.
This is so cool. And how old is your baby brand?
We started in 2018. We started off with two products to begin with, lashes and nose pins. So yeah, we started in 2018.
That's so cool. And how long have you been doing the reselling business, the one international?
It started in 2016. It started in 2016. However, it didn't really pick until 2017.
Mhm.
So we created a page in 2016 and we began getting orders and customers in 2017.
So would you say that your brand is entirely an Instagram-based brand? Is that where you started?
The idea for Henaa Beauty began with, why can't our country have such products? So yeah, I mean, the whole idea started off with international makeup, and then I wanted people to have the same quality products which are available overseas in India. So yeah, I would say the idea behind it started with international makeup. However, now I think we are quite independent of international makeup.
No, I agree. I mean, when you say that, that kind of niche is, I think, still very relevant. Where people, even I often think that why can't we find similar products here in India? So, what was the inspiration behind lashes and nose pins being the first product in your line?
Lashes, because then in 2018, not many people had luxury, not many brands, I would say, in India had luxury mink, synthetic mink lashes in India. Now, however, there are many brands which have introduced that. And so I always used to see people saying, I was never a lash wearer. So I always used to see Instagrammers or say YouTubers saying the sentence always when they apply lashes. Lashes can make or break the look.
Right.
So I always used to wonder why, like, why lashes? I mean, you are so good with your makeup, so you're so good with your base. How can a piece of lash change the look?
Yeah.
And I started researching on it, and I actually agreed to that sentence. Earlier I didn't. Then I started agreeing to it that lashes can actually make a huge difference in your look.
Yeah.
Hence lashes to begin with. And nose pins, because since I got my nose pierced, I used to always customize my nose pins. And on my personal account, I used to always get bombarded with questions like, where did you get your nose pin from? Where did you customize it from? So I thought, why not generate a line of nose pins wherein people can easily purchase nose pins, and that to quality products. I did not want to compromise, because the ones you get in the market are artificial, and I did not want that. I wanted people to have quality products because it is in contact with your skin. You cannot compromise with that.
And a lot of people have allergic reactions to metal.
Correct. Of course. So I wanted to offer something which no brand, I mean, I did not come across a brand doing that. So I wanted to offer that. So yeah, that is the whole idea. I mean, the idea behind nose pins was me. The inspiration was me. And lashes was, of course, YouTube and Instagram.
That is so cool. Every time um, I'm just in awe with the way social media has kind of changed people's lives.
Of course. it changed for good and for bad.
Mhm.
I mean, if you lose your presence on social media, you're lost. Today, if you lose your presence, if you don't appear on social media for a day, even a brand for that matter, if
Absolutely.
they don't continue with their posts and they don't continue with their launches, they're lost.
Hmm. And
So
also
yeah,
don't continue with engaging with their audience.
of course, that is very important. Knowing your audience is no matter how big your brand is. I mean, of course, I'm not even near that. But no matter how big your brand is or no matter how many followers you have, you need to know what kind of followers you have and what kind of customers you have out of those followers. Not every follower is a buyer and vice versa.
I
So yeah.
That's really good. What I see is that you had a really good, like you did your market research was really strong. You really took time to understand what people wanted and what wasn't available. And the third really nice thing was how personalized it was, because there's already a lot of passion for your nose pin, right? So obviously that would translate well into the brand. Now, I'm pretty sure the brand has a lot more products right now. So, what else have you introduced?
After lashes, we came out with sponges,
Mm.
and the name was Dabbit Sponge, and it is still Dabbit Sponge. Then we had elixirs. So elixirs right now we've categorized into two subcategories. One is a mere skincare product, and one is a skincare product along with a makeup product.
Okay.
So I wanted to make sure that whatever I come out with, even in the future or now, in spite of being a very small brand, I wanted to make sure that it has some benefits, right? If you're applying something, if you're spending your money on something, it along with it just being pretty looking, it should have some benefits.
Mhm.
So hyaluronic acid was a huge wave then, like when we came out with elixirs.
And was
People were crazy for high. They still are, and it has helped me personally a lot. So I can vouch for that. Yeah. So I wanted to make sure, and when we introduced Hydra Elixir, uh, when I did my market research regarding the same in India, there were no brands which had hyaluronic acid as their ingredient in a serum.
Mhm.
So we came out with Hydra Elixir,
when
which
was
is in
it?
hyaluronic.
When did you come?
Sorry,
When did this come?
we came out with Hydra Elixir in 2019. That is 1 year after we launched our makeup brand. So we came out with elixirs, and then we came out with Gleam Elixir. So Gleam Elixir, even though it's a makeup product, it does have skincare benefits. So you are applying something, and in the meanwhile, while you are at it, it helps your skin heal and repair.
Mhm.
So we did that. And again, like I said, the whole idea, even till date, is um, why can't this be available in my closet or in my vanity? So again, the ingredients, we made sure that the ingredients were such high quality that only my brand could offer.
Mhm.
So
Nice.
I made sure, and we came out with elixirs, and then after that, after 6 to 8 months, we came out with jelly eyeshadows.
Ooh,
So
love to try.
yeah,
It's cool.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it across. So jelly eyeshadows again. That
Nobody does that.
was sorry.
Nobody does that. I've only seen
Yeah.
these jelly highlights.
Um,
You have the product with you?
yeah.
I'm so intrigued. Nice.
This is a jelly. It's a gel and a cream hybrid. So we came out with jelly eyeshadows, and again, the idea was, what can we get in the market which nobody has, or what can we get which is useful and again has benefits.
Mhm.
So we came out with this for basically people who want to look glam, however, don't really have that much time
Oh,
or energy to just apply, blend, and you're out of the house. So yeah, the idea behind this was that. And after that, after the launch and everything, it went good. It went great.
How many
Actually,
colors?
touch wood.
How many colors?
We have 12 shades. 12 shades.
Nice.
So after the jelly eyeshadows were done, I was already working on an idea then about a liquid color, which is which can be used as an eyeshadow, as a blush, or a lipstick.
Okay.
But what happened was, the whole world knows now, COVID happened.
That was actually my next question. I was just going to ask because 2019 was the last we spoke of, and because
Right.
it's a social media based brand, I was like, what happened when the lockdown came upon us?
It was bad, I would say. It was really bad. For a brand whose sole investor is a 25-year-old girl, it was really bad. So when I started off, with international makeup, there was never henna beauty. So the most we would call for was 10 products or 10 pieces per item. So even if wo atakta hai, and it wasn't like an India to India thing, or say it is only happening in India, it was a worldwide thing. So all my shipments being stuck, all my consignments being stuck, and moreover, some things which have, not some things actually, everything I've paid for it. I've paid for, say, the sponge. I've paid for for my website. Everything was stuck. For international makeup, it was still, I would say, manageable. The funds weren't that high. However, for Hainaa Beauty, it was like 20,000 pieces per consignments. That into 4. So 4 consignments of Henna Beauty stuck. I've paid for it in February. Consignment stuck, production stuck, and I was mentally numb that what would I do next, because there was no incoming, there was just outgoing. I mean, see, once you start off with a brand, there are always expenses. There's a website management expense, there's a website handling expense, there's a customer service expense.
I'm so glad you brought that up. People don't realize this.
No, they don't. They for them, even if the product, see, I have never claimed for Henna Beauty to be a budget friendly or a pocket friendly brand, because I feel, I personally do, that budget friendly is a very subjective thing, or pocket friendly is a very subjective thing. So what may be budget friendly for me may not be for you, and vice versa. I cannot afford, say, a 500 rupee product, but you easily can. So that is your budget friendly, which isn't mine. I haven't claimed Henna Beauty ever to be budget friendly, because I don't really know what your budget is. And I cannot speak for 20,000 people who are following me. I don't know what the budget of 20,000 people is. But I made sure that I had my prices fair, wherein all age groups and people belonging to all the sectors can avail the product sooner or later. If not now, later. So then when you price a product, when the product releases, when you price something, you get questions like, it's too expensive. But my dear, I have actually made sure that the product is of that level where it doesn't harm your skin. It goes through so many tests. Then I have my bill payments too, right? Yeah. So I cannot keep it lower than the costing.
Right.
If the costing is so much, there has to be a certain margin, and over it we sell. That's how the procedure is. And nowhere shaming my country, but in India, along with the 10,000 taxes we pay, and now there is GST. So people need to calculate wisely that if a person is paying so many taxes and now added GST, a product will be a little on the higher priced side.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of expenses involved. So like I was saying, the lockdown started and we had bills to pay. We had salaries to give. So for 5 months, we were just paying and not receiving anything.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was terrible. It was like I think I'll have to shut it down now because there is no way I can go on for one more month
Mm-hmm.
without getting anything in return. So yeah, I mean, we did get through it. We did get through it, and then we released this on 1st September, which is a new product by Henaa Beauty. It's called Lush Rouge, which is a liquid color.
Acha.
It can be used in multiple ways.
Right.
So
And I'm so proud of you. That was quite a
thank you.
journey. What I also really admire is how you kept your team afloat as well. So it was not just about you. It was
Of
also
course, it has never been about me.
that is
Of
very
course.
admirable. And
Thank
another thing, I have only used your brushes so far, and now that I can see your other products here as well, what really strikes me is the packaging. I really love your packaging. What was the thought process behind?
thank you. Again, the same thing. I think I'm repeating myself over and over again. So, uh, at the cost of sounding repetitive and monotonous, I would still say it's the same thing that uh, being irritated seeing the brands overseas do so well on their packaging, so well on their ingredients list, and everything was like mesmerizing for me. That why can't I have that in my vanity? Or why can't an Indian brand make that? Or why can't someone I can touch, feel, and see and purchase on my own make that? So that agitation, that irritation inspired me to create something for Henaa Beauty, wherein I can have it in my vanity. I can proudly say that it is made. It's a product of an Indian brand.
Mhm.
You know, so the pride I was lacking, I fulfilled it in my brand.
And it shows. It really shows. Um,
Thank you.
one last thing that I always ask everyone who's on the episode is, and especially for you because you are a social media grown business and you're in the beauty industry, and all my audiences, they're young adults who are probably your customers or are young girls who want to start their own business like you have. So, what is a few things that you would like to tell them?
Uh, Based on my experiences and based on what I have been through, I would say since the beginning, sort everything out when it comes to your finances, your legal documents, and your bank accounts. You cannot be doing business for the sake of it as an individual. If you're planning to do a business, big or small doesn't really matter. Have a company registered. And I am saying this coming from a bad place wherein you work for something, you work towards something so hard, and then one day someone else comes in and says, this never belonged to you, this belonged to us.
Hmm.
So have your legalities in place, have your documents in place, have your bank accounts in place, and always be in touch with your chartered accountant. That is what I would advise.
I
I
think
mean,
Henna, one of the most called and spoken person on my phone is my CA.
coming from you, I mean, you've been so successful, you are so successful, you know how it is. Like, you work towards something so hard, and then you don't want someone else to come and tell you that, look, this never belonged to you, it belonged to me. So, you don't want that. So, you have to have your paperwork done before starting the business so that you can start and go on with your business smoothly. That is what I would suggest and recommend, being in a very bad place in the past 2 years.
Thank you for that. And thank you for that candor. And thank you for such a practical advice. You know, whenever I've asked this to anyone, it has always been take the leap. It's okay. Believe in yourself. But I think this is one
Of
of the
course.
most practical things that I've heard. Is there any way that what was the way for you to kind of figure out these legality, and did you like just Google it?
Uh,
Did you have friends?
no, I have no friends in this. I mean, all my friends have always been a
Right.
working class people. So, for me, doing business was something like, I have always been told that you will not succeed or you're going to fail. Even my mind, honestly, it doesn't work that way, that okay, ye figure out karna hai, or I need to get this done. But when you've been in a place where it's scary that you lose it.
Mhm.
I have been in a place where I was just going to lose something which I've worked on. And right at that time, it clicked me that no, I should be getting my paperwork done and I should be getting everything sorted before it's too late. I think that was the time when reality hit me that if you're working towards something and if you don't want to lose it,
Mhm.
you have to get your things in place before starting it.
Right. And
So yeah.
that's very true and one of the most practical advice, like I said. And I think
Hmm.
that kind of concludes everything. I think you were so candid, so inspiring, to be honest. And
Thank you so much for having me.
anytime. And also, I love the name of the brand. How did you come up? Because it's such a tongue, almost like a tongue twister. Because you
Tongue twister. I get it. I get it.
say it
So,
quickly.
so the whole idea was it came from a TV series, and I don't really remember which series that was. Uh, so it was Henaa. Henaa, matlab, it was like तू टेंशन क्यों लेता है मैं हूं ना like that. So henna like that. So, and I always had my personal Instagram as henna. So I was like, why not give it a shot? I was obviously in two minds. I was like, is it too childish? Should I go with it?
I think
But then I
it's
went with it. Thank you so
I
much.
think it's
I
sad.
think I'm sticking with it now.
You definitely should. And I think it
Thank you.
adds so much personality to the brand.
Thank you so much.
It stands out. It does look like कि हाँ है ना. अभी बीच में
Henna.
वही बीच में also I was like henna, and I was like, oh shit, she might think I'm talking about the brand. But then even
No,
I
no,
didn't say
I
that
get
a
it.
lot.
Of
Uh,
course, I get it. I get it.
but that's so cool. Sweet.
Thank you.
So that's everything for today. Thank you so much for doing
Thank you so much. Thank you, Debasree. Thanks a lot.
it. If you guys
It
want
was,
to, sorry, you were saying?
it was great. It was a great session. It was a fun session.
So that's it for today's podcast. I really, really hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm going to link Henna's personal and her business Instagram down below. I would love for you guys to go check out her products, and I would love for you guys to go try them yourself. This is just my way of kind of supporting and being vocal for local. And I know and now understand how much and what all it takes that goes behind a brand. So if you'd like to support her, please go do that. And thank you so much for watching. If you want to support me, then please subscribe. That's all I need, and it's free. So please go subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.